Welcome to Klamath County, home of Oregon, Sunshine City, Crater Lake, and the absolute best of talk radio, interviews, music, and comedy in the world. WFTP proudly presents the Queen of Talk Radio, Princess of the Silver Screen, Master of the Culinary Arts, award-winning author and filmmaker. It's the Jennifer Dawn Show.
Hey, Jen.
Hey, Kat. The one
Where'd
and
you go?
only. Yes, Katherin Kovin-Pacino out of L.A. and Las Vegas.
That's right. Sometimes I feel like I'm at two places at once.
Sometimes I think you are. I can't hardly find you guys sometimes.
Guess what we have right next to us? That the outer space vodka that you sent to us in the alien form.
Oh, awesome.
We
so
have
glad.
it right next to us. We have it right next to us because we're talking to Jen.
Yes.
Tell her we sleep with it. It's in our bed.
Tell
Well,
Uncle Kiki says that we sleep with it because it's in bed with us, but with the dogs too, with our chihuahuas.
well, you can't forget about the skull. You can't leave him out.
No, we can't. Did you get the picture that I sent you with both
Yes.
the skull and the alien? Yeah, that's too cool. Thank you so much.
And the one with your little baby, too.
That's right.
The alien has been opened.
Yeah, the alien doesn't get open until we're all together.
Oh, you haven't opened it yet?
No.
Wow, that's French vodka.
Thank you. So anyway, either you guys are coming to Vegas or you're coming to LA, and you'll stay with us for a couple of days, and we'll have a party.
We'll crack it open and sit in the hot tub.
That's right. Sit in the hot tub with it.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Is this my barroom brawling mama?
Yeah, I sure am.
You are a brawler of the first water. And Jennifer, that's why you're so close to my heart. If I'm in one of my usual brawling sort of circumstances, I want you at my back. You. Oh, yeah, the atomic redhead. No, it's got to be that way, so I'm sorry.
Bill always says he feels very protected when I'm around, so I guess it must be.
I feel like there's somebody watching my back and I can trust.
Well, there you go, and we love you guys so much,
Yeah, well, the feeling is mucilage.
Yes, it is. So, what do you guys got going on? You guys have been kind of busy.
Well, very busy. We're kind of getting emotionally and physically ready to go back to Los Angeles. But we're sitting here. There's a well, I don't know if we'd call it a heat spell, but we're having hot weather here, high desert hot weather. But where we're sitting right now, Jennifer, is on our patio.
Oh.
And the patio is covered, well covered, from the hot sun till about 2 in the afternoon. Then it creeps over the edge of houses on the other side of us. But right now, we're in the shade. I'm looking out at something you would approve of, Jennifer. Now listen. With Kathy's and my varied experiences in acting, what we really like are artful sets. Jennifer, I happen to know you like that sort of thing too.
Oh, yes.
Artful sets. The backyard, that's where we are looking at from our perch here in the patio. Our backyard is, we've made it look, Jennifer, you'll be proud of us when you come to visit, you and Bill. We've made it look, by and large, like an old, abandoned mining site. The
Oh,
kind
wow.
of thing Oh, yes, the kind of thing that you see all over Nevada.
Yeah.
You know, the Silver State here in Nevada.
Yeah.
And so I've been to a lot of old mining sites. And what we've got, and then I'm going to put you back so that you can talk to the War Department, Jennifer. But what we've got, among other things that kind of will speak to the old days, I've got a lovely Conestoga wheel against the backyard I'm looking at.
Oh, I saw that in a picture. That looks so cool.
That wheel connected to a Conestoga wagon rolled westward from somewhere in the Middle West, maybe Missouri, Iowa, Illinois,
Wow.
about 180 years ago, Jennifer. And I got that, Kathy and I got it, from the son, who is part of our Real Cowboys, the son of an actor in the old westerns, a guy named Mike Masters. So I've got a lovely Conestoga wheel. I've got a harness for 2 mules, and you can hook it up to another harness for 2 mules, and another one, and another one, and another one. That would make up a mule train. And the old mule trains here in the Nevada area were used in Death Valley.
Yeah.
To pull out borax, various salts that are used in industry right now, and still there.
Wow.
The very area where the salts and the borax are mined came from an old inland sea that over millions of years dried up. And there are, in fact, billions of tons of borax and these various salts.
Wow.
And to this day, it's incredible. Well, anyway, I have 1 mule trace here that's got to go back to the days of borax mining. That would have been the early 1900s. And, we've got other things contributed by the Real Cowboys for our backyard. You will love it.
I can't wait to see it. There's one place I wished I could have taken you guys when you were out in Arkansas and we were filming. You know Russell Hoffman.
Of course.
Yeah, and a friend of his, Joseph Demarest, he has built an entire western town. Saloon.
Oh, why didn't we?
Saloon, jail, bank. They just finished their church. They have the old wooden boardwalks, and they shoot a lot of westerns. They have a covered wagon. And you guys need to get with Russell and get in one of their westerns. Take some of those Real Cowboys out there with you. It's a beautiful entire, like Dodge City,
exactly.
in Gunsmoke. I wished we could have gone out there. We were just doing too much filming, but they've done a lot more work on it since then, and it's just amazing. They've done some short films out there too.
Well, that's good. Okay, yeah, definitely. We'll remember that. Jennifer, I suppose you and I would spend most of our time in the old Western bar. What do you think?
Yeah, in the saloon. That would be great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, well, Cat could be Miss Kitty.
Well, she'd be a wonderful Miss Kitty.
Yes, she would, because she's a cat, That would work.
Yes.
That would work.
And she's almost the same quality of barroom brawler that you are, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah. Her and I, the atomic redhead and the atomic blonde.
Yeah, you'd be hell on wheels. Now, hold on. I'm gonna pass you back. I'm doing too much talking.
Well, I love you, Bill, and it's good to hear your voice, and I'm glad you're saving that French alien vodka. We'll get out there. We definitely will.
Well, yes, and I'll never forget the fact that I was, when I was directed by you, I was the cleanup man. Don't forget, I was...
you were Johnny the Cleaner.
Johnny the Cleaner, yeah, Johnny the Cleaner. And do you remember, listen, then I'm going to pass you back to Kathy. I got to remember quickly, who was Mr. Fix-It? A wonderful character actor, and he's very much still around. Mr. Fix-It was in the Pulp Fiction movie. What a lovely part he played. He had to clean up after John Travolta and Samuel Jackson from their how shall I put
Let's see.
Their messy murders.
A
Yeah.
man who, a man, let's
I
see.
In heavy metal?
Yes, and so I was happy to be your Johnny the Cleanup. This guy is a wonderful character actor, but Mr. Fix-It was so fine. Harvey Keitel.
Yeah,
What
he
a
was
mix.
the fixer. There we go.
He's extraordinary. Now hold on, I'm putting the War Department on the phone. Stand by.
All right.
Hi.
Hi, Kat. So you're running a whole Western outfit out there, huh?
Hey, it's all Southwestern out here, and so we did a Southwestern theme out here, and it's all of our stuff is from movie sets, which makes it really, really interesting.
That is amazing, and the real cowboys give you all that stuff. You're gonna have to send me pictures, and when I do the YouTube upload of this radio show, I can include them in the video slideshow.
Oh, sure, I would love. Yeah, we'll definitely do that.
Yeah, that would be so cool.
But I can't wait till you guys come over here, and you experience it for a couple of days. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Well, Bill's got 2 weeks vacation, and we usually take 1 week at a time. Y'all aren't that far away, really.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. So when's his vacation?
He's got to put in for it. We're thinking around July or August for the first week.
Okay.
Right now, he's outside right now. I bought him an A-Line RV camper for Christmas.
Cool.
And so he's out there kind of doing some little detailing, putting some TLC and things like that in it. And I bought him a whole tool outfit, table saw, router, scroll saw, everything else for his
keep
birthday.
Him busy. Yeah.
Oh, he's out there playing, having a good time,
That's good.
Yeah, we can't wait to get out and get vacation and come see you guys. I think that'll be amazing.
Yeah, well, I miss you. I really do.
I do too. I miss you guys too. What did he say?
Uncle Kinky says he misses you too.
Aw, you guys are so wonderful. Now, you've been doing a lot of different things. I've seen you putting out some posts about scenes you've been in and movies you've been in.
Yeah, I did. Well, let's start with the cameo scene that I had in Staycation, which is multi-award-winning Russell Emanuel's film, and his films are basically shorts, but they get into all the film festivals. He has won so many awards.
Russell Emanuel does great work. I mean,
oh yeah, he does. He's a genius.
It is so amazing that you're working with them.
And the cast, the cast and crew were so incredible. And Lauren Landon is in it. Now I did Nuclear Popcorn with her, which wasn't a movie, but it was a show by Marie Smith.
Nuclear Popcorn. That sounds really interesting.
It's not a movie. It was a show. Introducing, actors and actresses to the public and what they're doing. It was really, really cool. So, and today, the same guy that headed that hosted that, he's doing all my stuff for jewelry. I'm going to have an upcoming article in Forbes magazine and then 4 other articles.
Oh, that's amazing. That's going to be about your jewelry?
Jewelry and other things that I'm doing. It's a lifestyles type of thing. And then I'm going to have my own podcast too. And, which is going to be really interesting. And my writing partner happens to be Craig Muckler of Microwave Massacre. And he also did many, many other things. Harbinger, he was an associate producer on that. And a few other things. He's a horror icon.
Wow.
Craig Muckler. Look him up. He's great.
I will.
So he got me for my podcast. Listen to this. He got me.
But it's for your podcast.
Spencer Wilding. Who just did Dungeons and Dragons. He did Harry Potter. He did a lot of things that are like really, really big. Spencer Wilding.
Okay.
And he even had me on the phone with him. Now, here's the thing that we're going to have to deal with, though. We're going to have to talk with him. Figure a way to talk with him because he's in Wales.
Oh, you can do a Zoom.
Yeah, we're going to have to do a Zoom.
And you can also get each other on Messenger, and you can do video chat on Messenger with people all over the world.
Oh, yeah. We're going to do that. And he's also getting me Chris Mulkey, who from Twin Peaks.
Oh, cool.
And many, many others. And possibly, what's her name? Diane Sparks? I think that's Chris's lady's name, and she's from JAG.
Wow.
Who's one of the stars of JAG. So I've got some lineup. And
I guess you do.
It's going to be a continuation of a podcast that I was in before, which was Yachts, Islands, and Cuisines down in Antigua and Anguilla.
Oh, that's very cool. That's very cool.
But I'm going to call it Yachts, Islands, and Cuisines, People, Places, and Things.
That's the name of your podcast?
That's the name. That's the working name anyway. Here's some of the other films that I'm doing. I didn't finish, but I did some filming with Maureen Lynn Fields, who's a multi-award-winning actress and not only writer and stunt woman. This woman, she's doing this thing about her mother's life. Her late mother's life, about homelessness and depression.
Oh, wow.
This is the stuff I love because it has so much meaning. I love doing horror movies and things like that, but you know what I mean.
You like to get involved and make change on things.
Make changes,
yeah.
Exactly. Because when you have any kind of name at all, here's the thing. Just to do surface things,
they're fun. Yeah, they're fun.
Can be very vacuous.
Out here in Klamath, they're starting a producer's coming out. He wants to do the suicide thing.
Right.
And that's on suicides. So.
Oh, God, yeah. That's great. So, it touches on human value and human condition, and as I asked you before, or told you before, Dr. Linda Salvin, who was also in heavy metal,
yes,
she would be great in that because she's very, very open about depression and suicide in her family.
I just had an interview with her, and I posted that, and she talked a lot about heavy metal and everything, but, she's had a very interesting life. It was a wonderful radio interview, and she is a wonderful person,
She is.
And so...
Very interesting woman.
Yes, and she has you're right, she has a lot of feelings about that. We like to give messages and about things, through our films. If we can do that, that's great, Well,
yeah, because at the end of the day, what's it all about?
Yeah.
And it helps so many people to know that there are other people out there that are suffering from the same things.
Well, and I'm glad you're doing that too, because, there's so much suicide and things going on today. It's really sad,
Well,
and homelessness too.
Yeah, we had a great production meeting the other day with she and I, and with her and I, and we surmise that we're going to do some reshoots, but we're also going to include some more people that are getting aboard, and we're possibly taking it to much, much greater heights. I can't talk about it, but
I know.
It was a very, very exciting interview. It really was, and she's just phenomenal.
So is somebody going to help you with the filming and everything of your podcast?
Yeah, Eric has his people, and I'm going to ask him if I can have Mario Prado if he's available. I don't know. Eric has his own people, so we'll figure it out.
Well, Mario, we're working on the Falcon trilogy right now, and I'm writing
Yeah.
a series of books, and that's about America. But Mario is a great director and producer, but he does some great shoots too.
Oh, I know. You're telling me I've known him for
Yeah,
years.
you have.
He
You've
did
known
some of
him
my.
longer than me.
He's done some great headshots of me.
Yes, beautiful work.
Now in June, in approximately June, we're going to be shooting Death Realm, The Haunting.
Oh wow.
That's going to be Racer Michaels. I did work for him a couple of years back in Mansion of Blood with Gary Busey, Kalisa Carradine, and also John Barrymore Jr.
Yes.
and a few other people. So, and this film, it's by Racer Michaels. He's also going to be in it. Eric Zuli is the co-producer, and it's going to be starring Mark Hamill, Lee Ehrenberg, Kevin Bacon. They're just finishing up his contract, and Paula Abdul. And I've got a nice little part in that.
Wow.
So that's going to be fun.
I can't wait to see that. You're going to be working with all those big people, but now you've worked with a lot of them before. What was it like working with Gary Busey? What was that like?
He is a great actor, but he's Gary Busey is Gary Busey.
Yeah, they have their different ways. That's what I was asking. That must have been.
He's unruly. My husband said it. He's unruly.
Yeah, that must have been an experience, though.
Oh yeah, it was. But I knew him from before. I'm great friends with Bob DeBrino, who was a producer out of CAA, and who later managed me. This is when my late husband, Sal Pacino, was still alive.
Yeah.
And I've sat down with Gary Busey. I've known him for years, so I got to know him. And he happens to be a friend of mine too. That PR guy of mine, Freddie Kreppesman, Freddie K Entertainment, also is very good friends with.
Richard Tyson, that's who it is, yes.
Yeah.
Richard Tyson.
Funny enough, his father, I think, was a senator. His brother is in politics, not a mayor, but close to that.
Oh, wow.
And so he came from a background of politics. And like my biological grandfather, was Attorney General of North Carolina.
Oh, wow.
His name was George B. Patton, no relation to George S. Patton, the war hero. But he was a jurist, and he served one term of Attorney General.
Well, I lived in Carolinas for over 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah, in North Carolina.
Well, my biological people they originated in Great Britain and in Germany, but they came out and they came originally to North Carolina and to Georgia and Tennessee.
Very nice. Southern folk. You a Southern
So
belle.
I was brought up in the Midwest, but with Southern roots.
Yes, you a Southern belle. Cool. Well, now, have you ever worked with Paula Abdul? Is this going to be your first time, or?
This will be my first time, but I love the woman. I
bet,
loved her singing, and I've watched her. I get good vibes from her, so it will be exciting.
You have a lot of great actors coming up. Have you ever worked with Kevin Bacon before? Is this your first time with him?
Never. This is going to be exciting for me.
I guess so. That sounds very exciting. But you always have this stuff going on. But, it's amazing how, it used to be you get a certain age in acting or whatever, and then they say you're finished. But I think nowadays it's, as we get more mature and whatever, there's a lot more roles coming out,
I always say to people, because I can't hide my age because it's public domain anyway, I am 71 years old, and I wear it with a badge of honor because my life is just beginning.
Yeah.
And screw all these people who want to put women out to pasture at 40 years old.
Exactly.
My life is just beginning, and I want women to know that. And we need more women's rules, in their 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s, because damn it, we have a big story to tell.
We really do. And you know, this enough of this, you know, size 2 or you can't act stuff. Women are becoming more proud to be themselves. And
Oh yeah, and you see
yeah,
models every day. They're bigger models. They're larger size models. Thank God,
no
because
kidding.
come on, how many women in reality are size 2 or size 4?
Well, I used to be, but you know, now
I used to
I'm
be too, but
63.
that was when I was very small, when I was in my late teens and early 20s.
I think
But
all of us were, but you know.
your metabolism changes.
Yeah, and I love the fact that they're showing these bigger models and stuff in the magazines. And when I grew up, I mean, my older sister used to call me Twiggy, and I always thought she was dissing me and making fun of me. But then I found out years later that she wasn't. She was jealous. And I never knew that, so I was always mad at her for calling me Twiggy. But I didn't.
Twiggy, when you look back at her, she was very pretty.
I know, but it didn't register to me. You know, I was just you know, I was like 12 or 13 or something. But, you know, so then later I figured it out. But every magazine I looked at as a teenager growing up back in the day, you remember, if you didn't look like them, you weren't nothing, you know?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm glad that nowadays they're doing different, and more kids, more girls, you know, can look at a model and relate to them, to at least to some of them in some way, and feel good about themselves.
Oh, yeah. I mean, today, I went from a size, okay, I used to be a size what? Now, there was a time where I was a size 0 when I was in my late teens.
Well, when I saw
But
you with
actually,
Sal
size
in
0.
some of your older pictures, man, you were gorgeous and really thin and beautiful. You were just his arm candy, you know, right there. That's gorgeous, you know.
Thank you. But today, hey, listen, I missed that size 22 waist, but you know, today I'm a size.
You don't have
I
to
fluctuate.
say, but you
No,
are
I
gorgeous.
no, I fluctuate between a 12 and a 14. If I'm really get thin, it's a size 10. And but you
You
know
see,
what?
that's not bad. That's right in there. That's healthy.
Yeah,
That's healthy.
it's real life.
Yeah, it's real life, because get too thin, that's not healthy, you know, especially at our age. But you're beautiful, Kat. I mean, you love to do
Thank
the
you.
red
Well,
carpet,
so are you, baby.
and you do all the beautiful gowns when you can get them away from Uncle Kinky. But yeah.
Yes, my husband steals my. Well, thank God he doesn't wear my same size. He's much bigger. If he were the same size, I'd have to hide my clothes.
Well, you know, and he'd stretch out your pumps, you know. So
Yeah. Thank God we don't wear the same shoe size.
Yeah, no kidding.
But also, I think that women should be up for more. Older women should be up for more roles. Like, remember Mrs. Robinson?
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
and The Graduate. You know, the older woman was sexy, and that's what we need to do. We're still sexy. We're still out there. There's a lot of fire in our furnace. You know.
Yes, there is. Definitely. We need
Well,
to.
Uncle Kiki wants to talk to you.
All
Hold on.
right.
Well, I'm going to pass you back, but listen, Kathy doesn't. How shall I put this? You and I, Jennifer, are kind of. We love old Hollywood.
Yes.
And Kathy's got a spot here in old Hollywood. She doesn't talk about it, and I don't know that it's particularly well known, but in the movie Mansion of Blood, Kathy has a scene with a gal named Carla Lemley. Her family had the Lemley, and maybe they still do, chain of movie theaters.
Oh, wow.
But here's the thing, and this is what I'm so intrigued by this. In the movie Mansion of Blood, Kathy shares a scene with Carla Lemley when she was 103.
Oh, my goodness.
Now, she was going to die a couple of years later, but at 103, she's still looking good for the part now.
Yeah.
And she had her lines. She had her lines. It's extraordinary.
Wow.
She had her lines. Now here's the thing about Carla Lemley. She was in the old silence. And
Oh my gosh, you know I want to do a silent black and white.
Oh, that would be wonderful. Well, Carla Lemley was so good and good looking enough, and had the voice to move herself to the speakies. She had experience in the silence. Then she was made a name for herself in the speakies. So far as I know, she discovered radio and sort of moved along. But she was in the entertainment world, I guess, pretty much a long lifetime.
Oh, wow, she's beautiful. I'm looking at her on IMDb right now. She's beautiful. Yeah, she was born in 1909 in Chicago.
Yeah,
The Vampire Hunters Club.
That's it. Now, so Kathy and she are working a scene together in Mansion of Blood, and at 103 she's still swinging away and knew her lines, and she was fine. Well, dead in a couple of years. But so far as I know, Kathy had the last part in the movie world with Carla Lemley.
Oh, that's amazing.
Isn't that fun? Now, that's old history. And
yeah, it is.
It's just sort of, it's of interest to me since I'm a historian. I know you are too. And it just, elements of old history are dying out. People don't know they don't, about what went on in the old days. Some of it good, I guess, some of it bad. But anyway, I'm giving you back to Kathy. She won't tell you about this, and I think it's fascinating. I think it's neat. So anyway, here's Kathy.
Oh, yes, I see it on IMDb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, I want to do a big shout out, not only to you, Jen, but because thank you so much for believing in me, but it's very important to remember the people that have helped you, and
always look back, because you helped me just as much by coming out for that film, and Bill did too, because he brought theatrical stage to my film. And everyone said I couldn't do it, and I said, yes, I can. Armand Mastroianno, he said, are you sure you want to do that? I said, yes. And when he saw it, he called me personally, and he said, Jennifer, that was a good call. That's genius. But see, Bill brought that. You guys brought a lot to me, too,
Well, I believe in the law of reciprocity.
Yes, yes. And you were Priscilla in Mansion of Blood. I'm looking at your picture.
Yes, I was a waitress. Yeah,
right next to Terry Moore.
Uh-huh.
Yep, Robert Picardo. Oh my goodness, he's the doctor on Star Trek. And then Carla Lemley. Wow, this is very cool. This is cool. All right. Well, there you go, everybody.
I want to do some shout outs, and a shout out to Eric Zuley and his father James.
Eric is doing some amazing things, and
he is. He's a genius.
He's really grown over the years from when I first met him.
Oh yes, he has.
And we've not ever gotten close or anything, but I've watched the progress, and he's just really grown with Eric Zuley and his productions and all of that stuff.
The man is a genius in technology. He's affiliated with the top people everywhere in every business association. I want to do a shout out to Dante Sears, who's helping me with my jewelry line.
Very cool.
And also my writing partner, who is Craig Muckler.
Yes.
That's CraigMuckler.
Yes.
And of course, my husband is on this.
Tell her that Uncle Pete is going to be torn to shreds in a vampire movie.
Yeah, he has some vampire movies lined up, and also a big shout out to my manager, who has agreed to be my manager now, he's a top manager, is Joe Williamson.
Oh, very cool. And did you know Mario Prado is now my manager and agent?
And a big shout out to Mario.
Mario,
give
yes.
a shout out. Mario. Mario.
Oh,
I've
and
got
when
some
that...
great shoots. I got some great shots from him.
Oh, yeah, and when that Forbes article comes out, let me know. I want to get a copy.
I definitely will.
Yeah, because I can
definitely
just
will.
order one of those, or pick one up at the magazine rack or something.
Well, but I'd rather, just, take a picture, and, and I don't know. I'll have
Autograph it and jet it to me, and I'll put it next to the other two I've got of you from when you autographed your photos out here for Heavy Metal.
Okay.
It'll go on the
and
wall.
And a big shout out to, of course, the man that has really helped me also between Match No Blood and Death Realm, The Haunting, is Racer Michaels.
Okay.
He and Eric are gentlemen and scholars. They really are great people, good people, straight up honest, very generous. And I think that needs to be, addressed because that's very rare in Hollywood.
Well, I'd like to ask you a question.
Sure.
And this is something that's right up your alley. And it's with all of the negativity, all of everything going on in America right now, I notice that you are focusing on just so much positive and you're not really studying all the negative. What would you like to say to people out there who tend to get depressed about everything going on today?
Well, I think that the dark always comes into light. And I really believe in this country that things are going to change around. I think, it's not about a Republican versus Democrat. It's not about Trump versus Biden.
Exactly.
It's about good versus evil.
Right.
Concentrate on the good.
Yes.
And I think that God put us, wanted us to, there must be a polarity in the universe, okay?
Yes.
There has to be good and there has to be bad. There has to be bad so you can appreciate the good.
I agree with that. Yeah.
And now it's time for the light. And the light will always win over into the darkness.
You know what? I found that too. And, if you focus just on the darkness, that's all you're going to see is the darkness,
Yeah, what goes on in the dark always comes out in the light.
Yeah.
And we're finding that it's coming up. You can see it.
Yeah.
You can see it happening
Exactly.
now. And we can't ignore the fact that I'm doing a new jewelry line, K. Kovin.
Yes. And what are you going to be making? What kind of jewelry?
Okay, here are the things that I'm going to be doing. The umbrella name of the business is K. Kovin. As some people may or may not know, okay, I grew up in fashion. I grew up in the jewelry business.
You came from Kovin Jewelers.
I came from Arnie Kovin Jewelers. Kovin Jewelers, Koven. They're distant, like cousins. And there's Joe Kovin down in San Diego. We're all distant cousins, but I'm Arnie Kovin Jewelers, and he was like #1 in volume in San Diego Magazine.
So you're trying to bring that back a bit, and
well, it's not just I'm trying to bring it back. I just love I love fashion, and I love everything that has to do with it. I'm into clothing. I sold clothes.
You did cosmetics.
I did cosmetics. I promote Estee Lauder. My motto is the K. Kovin jewelry line, where fashion meets quality meets magic.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
And the different lines are going to be, now this is all K. Kovin, but there's going to be the St. Katherin line, which is going to be the religious stuff, Star of David, crosses, ankhs.
Wow.
And then there's going to be boho, feng shui. Then there's going to be the Gold Rush line with gold ingots and gold bars. Then I'm going to have my Italian Stallion line, which is for men. You know, the street cred, you know, the chains.
Oh, cool.
And there's going to be, and, you know, things like that. And then, you know, I want everybody to buy my jewelry. I want everybody to represent. I want to represent blacks, Latinos, you know, white, you know, Caucasian, Middle Eastern. You know,
No
it's for
division,
everybody.
no exclusion.
Exactly.
That is so cool. I love it. I can't wait to see it. When do you feel like you might be debuting some of your line?
We're going to launch someplace between late spring and early midsummer.
Oh, wow, cool. Okay. All right.
And I think you have my group number, do you not?
Yes.
For the group page?
Yes,
Okay, you
cat
got
chat, cat chat.
Yeah, and I want you to know that a fairly large percentage is going to go to children's charities.
Very cool. Very cool.
And why children? Because I was adopted at birth. I didn't have to go through the foster element.
Yeah.
And children are our future, and I think these are compelling times for kids. We were catering to, when I was working for foster children, foster kids on their way out.
Yeah.
And we had a ranch up in Sonoma, okay? And one of my best friends, who is Barbara Ross Soleil, her family is the Ross. Yeah, did you ever hear of Ross in Marin County, Ross County? That's her family.
Oh, wow, okay.
And she's going to go back and redo a ranch, you know, the ranch with foster kids coming out.
So when they come out, they could go to the ranch and get a start at life, right? Being independent.
Aging out of the system, yeah.
That is so cool, yeah. And you're right, the kids do need it nowadays more than ever.
Yeah, and they learn equine, they learn cooking, they learn what is it when you plant things?
Gardening,
agriculture,
gardening,
all these things, horticulture. They learn cuisine, all of this. What my contribution was, since my background was in fashion, is show them, you know, when they go for jobs, that they knew how to dress the best colors for them, how to wear your makeup, you know, to do it very clean.
Or maybe they go into fashion and design, you know?
Right, you know.
Creative arts of some sort. That's amazing. Maybe you should add like a little film school too. And a little writing school, you know, on that ranch. That would be so cool. Yeah.
Right. And my friend who just got back from the islands, because she started something down there, and we have hosted her here for 6 months, and she's going to be going back to Sonoma, she's third generation Sonoma.
Yeah.
And they're going to start another ranch that's going to be in a what do you call it? In a trust.
Yeah.
Over there, because that's where her home is.
Well, you know, and I think I know who you're talking about, and it's so wonderful that you hosted her out there. And I think if she's who I think she is, I think she's very brave, and I think it's wonderful what she's doing. And
she's great. She really knows what she's doing. She used to work with cystic fibrosis. She's very, very cool with kids, and she has a great understanding, and I learned a lot from her. But the fact that I was adopted and I didn't have to go through the foster system,
thankfully,
this is my way of paying it forward.
Yeah, and I think we all should pay it forward in some way. I always try to do that, you know.
Yeah, and my thing is, you know, I give to not only children, I give to Israel, I give to vets, pets, and seniors, you know.
And you're always there for your friends when they need them, you know, and that's amazing. You two are so wonderful, and I'm just so honored to know you. and know you and Bill
Thank
and to
you.
have met you, you know, and
Well,
you know, Uncle Kinky's a little strange and kinky, but you know what? He's Uncle Kinky. He's so cool, you know?
well, he's Uncle Kinky, a.k.a. Daddy Good Times, a.k.a. What is your other alias? Granny Gear Loose.
Oh, okay. All right.
He writes yellow journalism.
Oh, wow. Get him out there to be Granny on his old Western set. Dress him up in a...
Oh, my God.
Oh, wouldn't that
that's
be
another,
funny?
That's
That'd
another
be...
a.k.a. Wild Bill.
Yeah, Wild Bill. Oh, my goodness. Well, I hope we get out there soon. And,
I hope you do, too, because we're looking for... Just don't come out in July, honey, because it is so hot you are not going to like it.
we're actually
It's a high
having
desert.
81-degree weather today. I mean...
Well, you know what? Try July when it's 120.
No. Oh, and I was going to tell Bill, Uncle Kinky there, a lot of people out there put ceiling fans on their patios, on the cover part of their porches.
Yeah, we have ceiling fans in our bedroom and in our living room, but we don't have them up here.
Yeah, I would
should
say
a
put
ceiling
one
fan
out
up
on
here.
your porch. You know, it'd be like
That is so cool. You know what we do put? Did you ever see those like air conditionings? You know that you put the hose in and it sprouts out water and everything.
Yeah.
A little mist.
Yeah.
That's what we have.
Oh, cool. You remember the very first AC that came out? You had to put ice in it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and all it did was blow from the ice, you know, and everybody thought that was such a cool thing, you know. We've sure evolved a lot, you know.
Oh, my God, yeah.
But Uncle Kinky is right. You know, I do like, you know, the old days and the retro and the old sets and old Hollywood, you know, and I think it would be great if when we do come out, we do a little skit and we write it up and we do an old black and white silent on your set there.
Hey, I'm for it.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Cool.
I even have an old projector and a film thing, a film camera that's reel to reel. And then I have a projector we could play it back on. Would that not be so noir, you know?
Yeah, it would.
That would be cool. Or we'll just use a regular camera and shoot black and white. I think that would be fun to shoot out there and do an old silent just to goof around with, and who knows, it might go somewhere. You never know.
You never know what sells.
Well, you know, you're always doing something. You're always looking ahead. You're never, I don't know if we could get you silent on a silent film.
Yeah, there you go. Between you and me. There's no silence. And between Uncle Pete, oh my God forbid.
On that note, let's say goodbye and shout out to America and everybody who gave shout outs. Shout out to you too. Thank you, Kat, so much.
Thank you, Jennifer and Dawn, and you will always be a very special friend of mine, and your loving husband, Bill, your Bill.
My Bill, your Bill.
Hey, Bill, just don't bill me.
Everybody, yeah, that's right. Everybody needs a bill, but not that kind. And they can't have ours.
Exactly. But shout out to America, and may, America be the best that she can be.
Yes, America the beautiful. Love you guys. Thank you.
Love you too, baby. My pleasure, darling.
All right. Bye-bye. That's our show, everybody. The great Katherin Kovin-Pacino and the amazing William Lashbrook. And in closing, we're going to play a song that William Lashbrook wants to dedicate to his lady Katherin by the great Dame Shirley Bassey, Diamonds Are Forever. Thank you, everybody, and until the next time.
Diamonds are forever, I need to please me. They can stimulate and tease me. They won't leave in the night. I've no fear that they